Sky red as a burning flag, a supreme vodka, treacherous stars.
Who here can speak the language of the dead? What they meant to say, I want to be your dog. The radio is leaking. They know they're dead, yeah. And they're not scared, chewing up the language as I was out walking obscurely through their brains. Those thin metal spheres, subterranean rooms where I was a country girl going down to the drugstore.
Meanwhile, there are voices. Blazed ones, rectangular ones, are trickling down our thighs into swarms of cancelled centuries. Anxious ones, fuses. Each one lives a double life. Paupers, vagabonds, criminals. Fuses, fuses, fuses. Yeah, well, not to worry. They have no legs to walk on. They have no mouth to speak with. It's 11:58 in London. Contact us immediately. The metal discs of the sun.
Or, from another angle, thought this was paradise bone of my speechless bone, or rather, London pavements, clasped and wrapped, contained your era, my stilettos, or revolving spheres, whatever, it's 11:58, whatever that means. Time jackals, springing fools from a different perspective. We are your dead coins, your glazed leather beds. How old are you, my noises, noises, noises?
But in the claims made by music, posterity is leaking strangely, tucked in minor constellations, strangely radiant executives, flatterers, amnesiacs, nouns, polite ones, yeah, rushing ideas, in a tame feather bed. But no, we weren't talking to you, say Irradium, say 1917, say the books of the future, cracking the brain of the past. No, don't say that, it's stupid. Those people on the moon, we left them there, plainly singing.
Anyway, here in the multiplex, in our plaster casts, in our membranes, like inside the police computer, that thing, okay, inside our medicines, trickling down our thighs, our crossroads, our whistling inside like cracks, dogs' brains. Last night in a warm feather bed, that's right, the cold, cold ground is eating us. We cancelled criminals, so warm inside the police, etc. Fucking set fire to cars, etc. Little birds, nothing. I mean...
So we were buying weapons. Okay, let's start that again. On public transport, it happened, we were sitting opposite bullets, chemistry, glass. We were separated inside what we once were, and they were sitting opposite, empirical and scared. They were scared of us, our charts and remorse. No one knows. We were buying inside their office the dead. They were scared of us, of our 7 metals and radar shrike.
But as I was out walking with the strange and bitter men, we were, say it, we were anxious radar dogs, we were obvious, oblivious swarms, cancelled solvents, polite ones, we were a confused mass of centuries, 7 burning circles were electrons, proverbs, molecules from hand to crackling hand, a fraudulent cosmology, a hole in the ground. I wish London would like crack its face, oh cuckoo.
Here in the centre of the squealing world, original and peculiar, a small town far from, okay, try that, non-dogmatic on say that. Last night I lay sleeping all by myself with a thin leather den of countless bandits. Okay, here in the centre of the squealing town, medieval, a gated world.
For scratching, executives use fuses inside their office membranes. Posterity, a den of countless galaxies, a net of iconic repulsions. Nah, the denials are in the post. We guess, we think we're sorry. Here in the drugstore, filled with mercury, made from glass and plastic. Their era is not ours. Our dialectical tilt circuit, our ferrule, our bang can come over, or rather...
Here in Pound Stretcher, we are blank. We are building nebulae, falling like, oh, I don't know, wages. But anyway, how old are you, my sweet critique of poetry? Burning prize-winning factory. True, we were entire galaxies. But now it's 11:58 in London. It's AM and PM both. No point in waking your oblivious storms. I mean, in Pound Stretcher, 10,000 were drowned on discount, cosy and warm.
But here, in the solar eclipse, we are kicking off, big style, wet heat, petrol noise, bliss. And we saw no sun nor moon. We heard some screech. The sea. Meanwhile, we were listening to some records. The demonic tones, these songs blank, unimagined. Oh, our delicate spheres. Oh, delicate crash. Hyena splat. Stop talking about the fucking dead. Burning EDL / boiling lead.
It goes so necessary. A chart of a collective, inarticulate harmony. Item, minor surface noise. Item, a basement strata. Its bibliographic shell, I mean, its celestial arc, has got us surrounded. Anyway, here in 1917, we're having a right laugh. Love's solar boat is slashed, is trickling down our thighs, the chatter of the past.
Meaning, the surface sector or London just sitting there, we're not criminals, no, but the dead are inaudible, these songs of burning circles, and then we saw medicines trickling down our world, its membranes and posterity. Weird, this springing speech was blood in another circuit, not ours though, so whatever, crackling in our tombs, we are warm and empirical when we're frightened, we.
In this recent knot of days, the vile prickle of pills is entirely political. These grimy days, yeah, their static, preposterous symmetry. So the side effects are, well, like this. It's 11:58, precisely an entire molecular assembly, a ring of executive flats, a cheap solar monopoly. But, I don't know, from another angle, pitched green malevolence of the English countryside. Oh, cuckoo, nasty little churches.
As I was out walking, the stiff, prickling days, their numerical fallacy, gaunt fascist symmetry. Okay, forget that. We were in the anxious center of us. It was like plastic fire. Fuck your cars and the moon. Strangely, as I was out walking, we were trapped inside it. A small town. A feather bed filled with weapons. Oh hell, my burning thighs.
My absence now, I am speaking as a drugstore here, a constellation and irradiation, as in vocal granules inside the arc of time, becomes a silent circle, contracted out, the work of destruction. What constellation? What? Weird, these strange and bitter consummations have burst into fragments. Sorry, I meant to say centuries. Anyway, now that each word is reduced, obviously to money, i.e. invisibility, inside my stilettos, I meant to say interchangeable, the din of galaxies.
Anyway, I just aged with passerby with by a 2.3 electric crossroads, known as burning talk, concealed in the claims made by things, their preposterous symmetry, strange, flattering numbers, but but as I was out walking through our musical position, where sweethearts and membranes were sorry and tasteless, were trickling cartels, but here, save inside our offices, we are eating, yes, and feeding.
Extract the city, abstract, virtually blank songs, etc. You know what? Into Ghost. As a swarm of mouths, wow, and we were redistributed of golden, springing speech, bells and rags, inside this arc of fist, we alphabetic insomniac. How old are you? My scratching splinter is in a spore heaven who here can speak, and in what flickers of ancient power, reference you are crows, days, okay, have city or live in it like was eating us, we bottomless trivials as...
Bang! And our musical duty, like right inside it, is flutter, bliss, as in X-landscape is thighs. Okay, forget that. Cells and sections, and no underwear, biting, and when I was a country girl, assistant town, as blow flatter, oh shit, like sorry about, and are you my adjustment, the aged parent, so softly, a non-existent whimpers, eclipse, movement, blast.
And the cuckoo, as in our ring of stilettos, its place in the song. By now, pure cosmosis, nouns rearranged at the border, thin diagrams spinning, metal. I've played cards in England. I've played, I'll bet you, $10 here in 1917. It's caudal flex, it's thin metal spheres.
And the crossroads, yeah? In any case, just kidding, yeah? Whenever obliged, in the enemy language, not what daren't say as blocked season, or else the courtier of perdition, or then there's clean and simple numbers, yeah? Gardens is what, or else, or necessary to lie, our slick and delicate sphere we middle class leaking.
Also that we pulled up our petticoats entirely zombie and so revolving drunkenness, etc. My gold, my winding sheet, give it, but then again, as bruising, and the border is where what we three pretty maids are, were dreamt a dream and troubled in my head, as in my cosmetic knot, my stranger. I used to whip him with where we were the description, my petticoat, but not now, so.
Hello, we are your life. Stop. Now it is March 18, and we are a syllable, like a non-frequency. Our twists and circles, i.e. the Gypsy Davy. Stop. 71 comments. We are your octave, not zombies, sirens, i.e. obsolete music. 1871, March. Choke.
So, I've been in the pen with the rough and rowdy echoes, letters and notes, musical ones. 10,000 were drowned but never were born, i.e. register that by export of capital, understood as the dead encircle us. In a sense, was a mole in the ground. No, sorry, I mean a census. I mean the police computer as center of gravity, irradiated.
Meanwhile, we were documentaries, a code made of letters, like unaroused by official culture. For some reason, it was 1649. We were trapped inside it, touching our most reasonable point of view. I can't say more, vast territories, of our singing selves decommissioned. Maybe it was 2003 or something, I don't remember. My favourite laws were just a system of false brains. I recognise that, splintered and oblique, social utterance, flaming malevolence, magnetic, would soon go on dancing, etc.
Our minds are clean and pleasant. Bliss. Listen, we are your friends, blank. Gliding like magazines, we, inside each nation's serenity, sitting near you on the bus, totally harmless characters, strange and flattering numbers, seriously, trickling inside, what we once were, we, esoteric and panic, swifter than birds, in our social role, objects.
Objects, tobacco and brandy, or something truly ridiculous. Class struggle, in poetry also. Yawn, its contagion is spread by our rhymesters, their embers, their swarms of bone. Not zombies, sirens. Crisscross a fraudulent map of what? Got an art council grant, we'll burn their houses down. Yawn, everyone's been buried alive.
objects of the future who we're speaking to. Or there is no future, so like tough shit, but still your shadows. Still they block us still eating us. Even inside the poem, its rowdy echoes. We are drowned inside sirens, as I was saying. Or, of course, the law. Our ruins, our octaves, you speaking in them.
Anyway, eclipsed as I was, although we live in the city, so they wouldn't arrest us. Their astrology starkly inside us. It was a contented era, a justification. They could not arrest their threads and their names anyway. I owe this reference to certain international events, certain conformities. It was 1974, a ballad recalls. The life which once I had by law is now controlled.
Yeah, it was a contested area. Moderation, NGOs, etc. Listen, rather than suck and with a turquoise chain, like, what is public knowledge is whacked. Degree 0. We were citizens of, listen, a supreme vodka, merely the value that sirens, as in commerce, and we encircled, as law is anything or nothing, is bended by and like a twig.
Like a twig, the official position and indigenization, or what within US imperialism gets as in absolute antagonist, or the absence of the dead, as in an irradiant, my true love. As I was saying, we were buying weapons, as in living standards, down to the drugstore, or because we don't exist, or because we are letters, recent eruptions of unmeaning, because like I was, my true love.
According to dubious tradition of weirds and scroungers, whoa, my face in that, my feet burning from me, this, I don't know, kind of happened and predictably edited here, inside world history, noises, brain snap. Anyway, this has been a story. They say they were singing, but how we know that? The doors and windows, burning and secure, enter the language and...
No meanings swarm into complicity, etc. So, when the weary smoke begins to rise, likewise the boiling heat, of course, has been and of exile, totality is. No meanings swarm, and who here can speak the language of the dead emerges from music and professionals, princesses, etc. Fumes, narrative, golden bands, your necks, etc. incorporated below the world, Lenin.